the 26. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Watson now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Pacheco. Down the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 7-7, our score after 1. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Chase, the motion man right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Down the left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. Right back to Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Here's Watson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking deep here for Chase. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamar Chase, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Watson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Russell. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. So nothing doing there, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there, and the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun, here's Watson. And going deep for Hill. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Watson now to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Again, it's Watson being chased out left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Mahomes to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Here comes second down at 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT? Or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 153 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain. Play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Hey, 57, 57.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. That is caught, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been